A very big welcome to you, my dear Pisces, and of course a very big welcome to the other zodiac signs that are here for an inspiration. The sun is in Cancer and the moon today in your sign, and I'm using the moon phases to reach Pisces, but this message is good for all because we all feel this moment, right? And maybe in your birth chart you don't have the moon in Pisces. It's maybe different, but nevertheless this is how I do it. You get morality, and this is the Queen of Swords, Libra. She's really intense in this deck, right? This is Osho Zen Tarot, and she looks not really happy, right? And the moral in it is that she tells you constantly what you're doing wrong and what is not right, and yeah, she is not looking so happy. So here we have the number 7. She's the 7th zodiac sign, and the 7 is the crown chakra, and what I see in her crown chakra is just clouds, and there is this barrier, right? And she is within this barrier, and you just see her face, and it just doesn't look really appealing. But she's also the person that can help you to get out of your emotional attachment to things. So let's see what she's bringing, right? The deck of Libra. But for me, it's almost like you are yourself in this morality situation. We all grew up with parents that told us what we can and what we cannot do. And I think we are slowly liberating ourselves out of that. And the Hermit is coming. So this is Virgo. And Virgo is saying, well, in this moral conflict that you maybe have, find your inner peacefulness, find completion, find the 9. The 9 and the 7 calculated together is the 16. And then, of course, we always calculate down to a single digit number, and then the 7 is left. But the 16 is the Tower. That's Mars. And Mars is in Gemini, and so is Jupiter in Gemini, and it's really interesting. They're together now, and they are shifting our consciousness to a whole new dimension. But the Hermit is beyond all of that. The Hermit is like, this is who I am. I am my own leader. I'm my own spiritual consciousness that leads me to find the light within, right? The light deep within. And so the 16 Mars, right? The Tower is like this morality has got to go because he's facing her. He's looking at her. And so we're going to see what the Hermit is bringing, right? That's Salvador Dali deck. And you can see below I have listed the decks that I'm using. So you can see it's very eclectic. And I love it because then the 15th century is talking to 1945 or whatever. So then comes the Sun. And Dali created, of course, also cards that are not so easy to read, right? And for me, of course, you notice that I'm using the numbers a lot. And the pictures sometimes give me then all of a sudden an insight. Some days I see the 2 twins up here. Some days I see this dark lion here. Sometimes I see like that he drew over it. Every time I see something else, right? But the number, the 19, is always the same. And so the core message is always in the 19, we have the 1 or the 10, depending if you rather want Mercury, which is the 1, the magician, the magic, or if you want the 10, which is Jupiter, the expansion. And the 9 is the Hermit. So the 9 is here, right? But when I calculate the 19 together, I get a 10. The 10 and the 9 again, the 19. The 10 is left. The 10 and the 7 is the 17, and that's the star. And the star is within the Hermit. The star is usually in the lantern that he's holding. But the star, he himself is the star. And out of the 17, the 1 and the 7, right, we understand that the 1 is Mercury, or the 10, Jupiter, and the 7 is the crown chakra. The 7 is also then through Cancer, I go out and I want to explore this world, the Chariot, right? Cancer, Sun in Cancer, in the 7. But it's also the crown chakra, and you gotta find for yourself, what is it? And so the 9 gives itself up. This inner knowing is always there, if you want it or not, if you accept it or not, right? And so here comes a very clear message. Find the strength through the Sun then in Leo, which is in the next reading. And find the strength to do what you think you need to be doing to get away from morality, because the 8 is left out of the 17. Right? The 17 is the star, and the 8 is Leo, opposite of Aquarius. And having that strength means that you are clearly seeing your strength to overcome this morality. Maybe by the time the Sun is in Virgo, you have achieved that. And sometimes it takes discipline, and it takes really someone that says, I'm gonna get away from this moral thinking kind of way, right? Telling others you cannot do this. And so here comes a strong message, right? Find the strength to be the star in the sky, because the Sun is a dwarf star. And Virgo is literally saying, have the routine, have the discipline to do that. Free yourself from that, but don't let go of the crown chakra. Don't let go of that part deep within you that knows that you are regal, right? And she is regal, but a lot of regal or royal people, they follow protocol, they follow the routine, and that's Virgo. And Virgo is inside of the 19. Nevertheless, we have the 8 that's left, and the 8 have the strength because the strength is Leo, and Leo is down here. And Leo is in the next reading, the one that says, well, did you have the strength to change something in the way you see this world so morally that you cannot even yourself really enjoy what is given to you, what is handed to you, how magnificent this world is? Are you stuck in this? And so the question is, do you have the power to arrive? I hope I see you in the next one. That's when we get the Sun in Leo. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.